Hey there and welcome. My name is Carlos Barris and let's start talking about what has been going on in the indie tabletop RPG scene. And as always, I am not being sponsored in any way by anyone mentioned in this episode unless explicitly mentioned otherwise. So let's get to it, and I will start today's episode talking about the Creators Catalyst project. It is an initiative to give support and assistance to small and marginalized creators to publish their tabletop RPG material, and they are now open to submission. In case you are an indie creator with a finished manuscript and you want some help with editing, graphic design, and art, or one of them, but preferably the three of them, you should check the opportunity. And on top of it all, they also feature some RPG Latam creators as well. So RPG Latam, the RPG Latin American community, very akin to the RPGC, RPG Southern Eastern community. So you should check them out because it's a very good opportunity to help you publish your tabletop RPG games. They will help you with editing, they will help you with graphic design and some art as well. And they put more than one project already out. And next, a very interesting idea by Chris Bissett actually. He's actually with a live campaign on Kickstarter for an adventure for Morkborg. And it's smashing right now, and I mentioned this adventure before here, actually, you can check it out, but this is not the point for today. The point here is the commented version of a dragon game, and the dragon game is Loot the Rooms, which is the company for Chris Bissett, Loot the Room game on medieval fantasy based on the famous dragon game in a way. It started as a satirical idea, but it actually is much more than that. It brings a very good game, and I got much pleasure on seeing the commented version because it brings something new, at least for me in the scene. It's the first time that I see a commented version of a game, and it brings to light some design thinking and design ideas by Chris in bringing this game to life. It's true that it started with a satirical idea, but it actually brings much more than that. And this is the idea that Chris has in bringing these comments and this commented version so that we can see how this can change our idea about the game and how to play it and how the industry at all behaves in a way. So even more than that, it's pay what you want. So you can check it out. You can pay $0, euros, pounds, whatever. Get the game, see by yourself, and then contribute with some price that you think that is the correct one. So check it out. It's actually free for you in a way. And until the end of the month, we have a sale that is proposing a very interesting concept. That is a tabletop RPG that are not available in PDF nor in print. They are available in a fully digital format that is HTML. The game is Beyond the Rift by Deep Pennyway. The sale is called the Web-Based Tabletop RPGs Are Cool actually. And it gives you 60% off for the game that I mentioned before, Beyond the Rift, and perhaps it can change your idea about games and tabletop RPG games in fully because they bring value even though they are not in PDF, or even worse, even if you think that they only have value if they are in print. And with all the talk about paying rates for freelancers, all the proceeds from this sale will go towards working a Weaver's Almanac. That is another game by Deep Pennyway, and I do believe that this game is very worth checking it out. It brings another idea in how to put your game out in the indie tabletop RPG scene. So for me, it's all about that. You should check it out. And also, until the end of the month, since we are talking about sales, we have another one that is this time all games by Bats that are on itch.io will be with 50% off. You have some very good ones like My Body's a Cage, a very interesting idea with breathtaking layout, at least for me. I love some out of the top layout, and you get into a dungeon inside your mind while you are asleep. And On the Shoulders of Colossus is another one of them where you have rules for playing games against the Colossus. That makes only sense. Inspired by the acclaimed and, in my personal opinion, actually marvelous game that is Shadow of the Colossus. So also, either way, Bats is a very amazing creator putting together some killing videos on different games. And if you are not still aware of their videos and materials, do yourself a favor and check them out. I will try to put the links here as well. And I prefer you wait until the end of the video before you get there, but I can understand if you just want to check it out, because they are very good. Either way, they will be in the description as well. And since we are talking about content creators on the scene, on even moving some content that are on YouTube as well, Plus One EXP is having a killer series, and it's a series of videos talking about Itchfunding. They are usually live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but they will be available as VOD, so video on demand. You can check them out in YouTube as well. And the platform decided to put together which games are being funded through itch.io. This is the Itchfunding list idea, but then more than that, Plus One EXP is trying to bring some games or some people that are putting the idea and putting it to test in Itchfunding list and making some interviews with them so that they can bring this value, this experience, this expertise to you as well, and for you to check some games that you actually may help fund without giving a share to Kickstarter. Some people might think that this is useful. So far, they had already some killing people. Actually, Nick from Monkey Paw Games, Keegan EXE, that is actually the creator responsible for Itchfunding, and actually they will have Momatos in a future episode, so you should definitely check it out. If I am able, I will try to put the link in here actually, and in the description it will always be there. And on Itchfunding, since we are talking about Itchfunding list, there is a new project now that is actually an old one, because actually Rally in the Realms, okay, by Nick Bate, the creator responsible for Stealing the Throne, the giant mecha heist game that we mentioned during ZineQuest in an old episode. Probably you can find it out. But back to Rally in the Realms, that is something that we are trying to bring the news here. It was released originally as part of Move Jam 2019, and it presents rules for racing or creating races inside any fantasy map that you have with you, that you have available at hand. But since it was released, why is being funded now, you may ask? And okay, this is a fair question. It's actually because Nick wants to upgrade it, because he learned something about game design from then, and then they want to upgrade it with rules, layout, etc., whatever you name, so you can check it out and help make it an even better game that it's already available. And we also bring to your attention an open call looking to hire people from different cultures to write about creatures for different regions. It is for a supplement for kids on Brooms, actually, with stats and info on such creatures. And the call is open until May 14th, so probably around a week from the release of this video. And I urge people to submit to write about creatures from their own underrepresented cultures, because then you can write with respect and proper knowledge and bring some ideas of these underrepresented cultures with a very hands-on experience. So check the call out As always, links in the description, you can check it out, all of them. And to finish, a nice thread that it actually could be a blog post if blog posts were still a huge thing. And this one is by Clayton Notestine, better known for the killing threads on layout. This thread brings a lot of very interesting ideas and views on creating dungeons. I believe that some people that watch my videos actually are indie creators as well, so they can benefit from it if they want to create some dungeons. And I know that I have, so you can check it out. And even if you are playing them or you are GMing, narrating, etc., you can also have some ideas in your homebrew or whatever. So for me, I believe that's it. If you like the video, like the video, share, subscribe, you know how internet works. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it, what you liked, what you disliked, what you want to see more in the future videos. And I believe that I'll see you all in my next videos. So, see ya! Oh, and again, pay your freelancers and writers a decent rate. 3 cents, 5 cents per word, they are not enough. They are not decent. So pay them decently. I'll see you all.